the healthy British life of Hollywood's nastiest feminist. This week, Harry Styles and she were seen kissing. Yet there's more to Emily Ratajkowski than you would realize, like roaming about County Cork in wellies and painting with her father, an artist. This week 10 years ago, Robin Thicke, a pop singer from the United States, dropped a song that shot to the top of the charts. Now, Blurred Lines has earned a number of honors, some more gratifying than others. The song's lyrics and accompanying music video were criticized for being misogynistic, chauvinistic, and for promoting a culture of date rape, even though it went on to become one of the best-selling singles of all time. 3 models were seen in the video dancing around and very little while the catchphrase "I know you want it" played in the background. Since then, Thicke's public profile has somewhat diminished, but one of the ladies in the video hasn't. Emily Ratajkowski, often known as Emrata for short, has had a meteoric ascent to popularity as a supermodel, influencer, businesswoman, feminist in sorts, divorcee, mother, and one of the most photographed and self-assured women on the planet. And now, she can add the accolade of being the newest attractive older woman to fall for the attractions of serial Lothario Harry Styles, with whom she was seen having an intense, very public relationship. She may be too young for 29-year-old Harry's typical tastes, but the age difference between them is closing. His most recent flame, American filmmaker Olivia Wilde, with whom he parted last year, recently celebrated her 39th birthday. So who is this beautiful brunette that has broken the hearts of young people all around the world? If you are unfamiliar with Emily Ratajkowski, you have probably seen images of her, and you've probably seen her quite a bit as well. She is a star for the social media generation with 29.9 million followers on Instagram, 7.1 million followers on Facebook, 1.4 million followers on Twitter, and an additional 2.4 million followers on TikTok. Her own swimsuit firm, Enamorada, a book suitably titled My Body, a podcast series, and multiple appearances in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues are also available. Although Emily Bowgley, the daughter of English professor Kathleen Bowgley and art teacher John, was raised in California and had a childhood that was distinctly all-American, she was actually born in London. She formerly resided in South Kensington, just a short distance from the Natural History Museum. Although the family returned to the US, soon after Emily was born, they returned to the UK for a 6-month stay when she was 4 years old. At the time, Kathleen was a temporary lecturer at the University of London. Another little-known truth about Emily is that she enjoys exploring the Irish countryside with a pair of Wellington boots. In actuality, the model, whose middle name is O'Hara, considers Ireland her second home. Her upbringing was punctuated by trips to her parents' stone house in Bantry, in the picturesque far reaches of West Cork. Both of her parents are of Irish descent. But her early years were not entirely idyllic. Emily recently authored a series of intensely intimate essays about her parents' tumultuous relationship, explaining how they wed after an on and off relationship when Kathleen was expecting. I realized that my existence was the necessary glue even before I was born. Of their relationship, she said, even though it was turbulent, the couple held together. Kathleen shared a throwback photo of herself with her daughter on social media in November of last year to commemorate their 30th wedding anniversary. The actress's views on beauty seem to be closely linked to those of her mother, who is now 70 and is described by Emily as being classically lovely. She recently recalled how she used to pray for beauty and how, as she grew older and began to acquire curves before her friends, her mother urged her to not be ashamed of her appearance, encouraging her to dress what you like, don't worry about other people. Despite that advice, Emily also remembers how her academic mother would snarl at the people looking for models who were stalking her 14-year-old daughter, saying, "She's not a model." Mom's attitude has entirely changed these days, and she proudly posts pictures of her daughter's modeling gigs online, including the sexy ones. 75-year-old John's dad is also proud. Last week, he told the Mail that Emily was extremely intelligent and has been since she was a young child. He also noted that Emily always performed well in school. She has good vision, and she's an excellent artist, but she also has a clear perspective on life. If things had worked out differently, Emily might have pursued her father's artistic career. She spent a year studying art at the University of California, Los Angeles before her modeling career took off and she changed her plans. Remembering his daughter's early artistic endeavors, John remarks, "She's a good artist. While I was painting, I would set her up on the studio floor with a large piece of paper so that we could collaborate. It was crazy abstract art that was incredibly brilliant and imaginative." John also renovated a vacation home in Mallorca, an antique building without running water or electricity. The carefree attitude Emily displayed while running about in her underwear and among the topless beachgoers certainly stuck with her. She had a similarly wild childhood in Bantry, which she referred to as one of the most beautiful places on earth in an interview with the Irish Times in 2021. "Have been going there ever since I was a baby," the woman remarked. "I made my public speaking debut in Bantry, since my father had the wonderful idea 20 years ago to purchase an ancient farmhouse on the west coast and refer refurbish it. I have spent every summer in Bantry, where both of my grandmothers are from. I visit there whenever I have the chance, and I still hang out with many of my old pals at the neighborhood bars. I have wonderful childhood memories of cow tipping and getting lost for hours in the bog and coming home drenched in mud. In fact, Emily's transatlantic love affair with Ireland has benefited Bantry's under-16 boys basketball squad in an unexpected way. After Emily's mother received her cancer diagnosis in Bantry last year, the community has an extra reason to care about her family. She was identified as having a blood malignancy in 2018, but she is currently in remission. Emily has a lot to say about feminism, which is another subject. When the model accused Robin Thicke of touching her bare breasts while filming Blurred Lines 2 years ago, she gave that performance a completely new perspective. She claimed that it was something that she had only recently been able to admit to herself, half a decade afterwards. She recounted her own sense of helplessness after remaining silent on set. "I wasn't anything more than the